Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and good day. Presenting our study entitled Customer Preference Towards Food Truck Business, a Case Study in Penang by Surya Sulaiman, Nur Hafizah Mazlan, Nik Muhammad Syaril, Nik Muhammad Nur, Putri Dahlia Abdul Rashid, and Muhammad Hafiz Azrin. This is our presentation outline, beginning with introduction and ending with discussion and conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, food truck can be defined as a large vehicle equipped with facilities for cooking and selling food. According to Thomas 2016, it has been influenced the opportunities of social, cultural, and economic for vendor and customers. Bandaru and Venkateshwarlu 2017 and Myrick 2016 mentioned that the growth of food truck business keeps on increasing from one year to another. Food truck comes together with entertainment, comfort, and warmth, which make it different from one to another. Since the concept is unique, they become easily popular and offer a great opportunity and profits. That is mentioned by Zahir 2018. Now, allow me to continue with our problem statement. Factors that make people attracted to purchase at food truck in Malaysia is still vague. Is it the quality of the food, the prices, or trends that lead them to continue their purchase at the food truck? Moving on to our research framework, consisting of 3 independent variables and 1 dependent variable. There are 3 factors influencing the customer preference towards food truck business. There are number 1, food, second, price, and third, trends. There are 2 research objectives of this study. First is to analyze factors that lead to the customer preferences of food truck business from the view of students in Penang. Second, to examine the relationship between food, price, and trends towards customer preference. Allow me to continue my presentation with our literature review. The literature review for this study is categorized into 4 variables. Let me start with the first variable. Shefford 1990 said that food choice is of interest for 2 main reasons. The first relates to industry's interest in selling food products, but the other concerns nutrition on how the food selection will improve people's diets. There are factors related to the food, to the person making the choice, and to the external, economic, and social environment in which the choice is made. In terms of price, the best price with a unique products and services may be related on some point, but having a better price for the product will affect the customer perception on food truck. That is according to Carpenter 2015. Boundless 2016 mentioned that if prices decline, customers have greater buying power. Next, Ibrahim 2011 stated that food truck can act as a platform of social activity because of the trends that people are following from social network. Millennials respond well to food trucks with a heavy social media presence, and the small mobile businesses allow for a more personalized interaction that keeps them coming back. Lastly, factors of variation of food and price are the most important part to study on customer preferences because behavioral intention might change based on the motivation of the customers. By Asjan, 1991, Sulaiman and Harun, 2013. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some of the tips on food truck businesses. If you are interested in opening a food truck, you must follow these tips and some other procedure here. A mobile food truck business requires licensing and permits. And you must aware that startup costs go beyond the cost of the truck. Health and safety are important in a food truck business, just like any other food service business. Location is important for a successful food truck business. And finally, social media is a great tool for food trucks. For the research methodology, we were adopting the quantitative research design. The data were collected using questionnaire. For the data collection, we were using offline and online method. The data are then analyzed using the SPSS software. We were targeted for 400 respondents for students aged 18 to 30 years old. Finally, we were able to collect about 300 respondents out of 400. Here it is the demographic analysis for this study. In terms of frequency of visiting, 23% respondents only visited the food truck once. 34% respondents visited the food truck 2 to 3 times. And there are 43% respondents already visited the food truck 4 times and above. Next, 48% of respondents were male and 52% respondents were female. All of them are students aged 18 to 30 years old. In terms of level of education, 60% respondents were diploma students, while the other 40% respondents were degree students. Ladies and gentlemen, from the data analysis using Pearson correlation, it was found that all 3 hypotheses are accepted. For hypothesis 1, there is a positive relationship between food and customer preference. With p-value of 0.898, it has very strong positive linear relationship. Hypothesis 2, there is a positive relationship between price and customer preference. With p-value of 0.759, there is a strong positive linear relationship. And finally, there is a positive relationship between trends toward customer preference. With p-value of 0.897, it is said that it has strong positive linear relationship. Moving on to the discussion of the 3 hypotheses. Hypothesis 1, there is positive relationship between food and customer preference. We have to agree that variety plays a role in attracting the customer to try more than one product so that they can evaluate which food tastes that met their preference more. This is supported by the finding that majority of the respondents agreed to see the food truck offers more than one type of food. Other elements of food are also important, like taste, flavor, and food presentation. For hypothesis 2, there is positive relationship between price and customer preference. The status of the respondents as students reflects the purchasing power as a customer. They need to use the pocket money wisely, but still the demand towards food trucks' food is there. Promotion and offering set menu will attract the customer to purchase at the food truck. For the third hypothesis, there is positive relationship between trends and customer preference. Taking Malaysia food trucks trends, with most respondents having their account on social network such as Facebook and Instagram, trends may easily influence them towards the food truck. There are two expected implications of this study. For theoretical implication, it is hoped that this study will provide additional information and knowledge to the food truck industry. Food price and trends are the major factors in influencing the business. In terms of practical implication, this study can be used as a basis to understand the preferences of customers that come and purchase at the food truck. It also can be used to assist the food truck vendors to understand their customers more and pay more attention on the three main factors. This will help to overcome the weaknesses and subsequently come out with a solution to improve the business. For future studies, it is suggested that the future researcher collect data on other background of customer that have more purchasing power, such as the middle income earners and young professionals. It is also suggested that the future researcher focus on other factors represent food truck, such as image, social media marketing, and location. Ladies and gentlemen, we are reaching the conclusion. Overall, it can be concluded that students have positive views towards food truck and will continuously support the business as long as their preferences and demand can be fulfilled by the vendors. Apart from that, food truck market is interesting and seen as competitors for other food industry, where it provides a variety of food with affordable fees and experience. Marketing factor of the food is supported by the word of mouth and also electronic word of mouth, which leads to virality in social media, where the factor of the trends towards food truck market is born. Moreover, food truck business could sustain as one of the markets that highly demanded by customers in the future food industry. Besides that, the emerging of events around Malaysia also contributed to the factor of growth and demand of food truck business. Finally, food truck is a platform that can create benefit to both the society and economic status for a country. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you very much.